Sicilian defense, open, classical, Boleslavsky variation, 7.Nb3 Be7 8.00009.bg5. Balanced, neither player ever had an advantage. That game was pretty competitive. White played the opening well, but black was on another level. That was an incredible middle game by both players. Sharp games are frequently the result of starting with the king's pawn, since it dominates the center and frees up the bishop and queen on the light squares. The c-pawn in the Sicilian defense controls the d4 square. Nf3 moves the knight toward the center in anticipation of a pawn push on d4, where it will be ready to retake the piece if black captures on d4. c6 aids in maintaining control over the d4 and e5 squares. d4 offers to trade a center pawn for the c5 pawn in exchange for more control of the center and quick development. Cx d4 gives black 2 central pawns versus 1 central pawn for white. Nx d4 recaptures the pawn and activates the knight in return for having 1 central pawn versus black's 2 central pawns. Nf6 develops the knight toward the center and attacks the undefended e4 pawn. c3 defends the e4 pawn and puts more pressure on the d5 square. d6 prevents an e5 pawn push and allows the light squared bishop to develop. b2 develops the bishop and prepares castling. e5 takes space in the center, attacks the knight on d4 and allows the dark squared bishop to develop. b3 retreats the attacked knight to the queen side, where it controls the a5, c5, and d4 squares. b7 develops the dark squared bishop and prepares to castle. Castling gets the king out of the center and activates the rook. Castling gets the king out of the center and activates the rook. It is the last book move. This overlooks a better way to develop a bishop off its starting square. This permits the opponent to reveal an attack on a bishop. It is an inaccuracy. That was a great move and very hard to find. It is brilliant. It is a fair deal after all captures. It is ideal. This is an equal trade. This is the only good move. It is a great move. While not a mistake, that is also not the wisest course of action. That's good. This misses an opportunity to develop a queen off its starting square. It is an inaccuracy. After all captures, this is an equal trade. This is the only move that works. It is a great move. Balanced, neither player ever had an advantage. That game was pretty competitive. White played the opening well, but black was on another level. That was an incredible middle game by both players. Recaptures. It is best. Balanced, neither player ever had an advantage. That game was pretty competitive. White played the opening well, but black was on another level. That was an incredible middle game by both players.